So do you think it is actually possible to slow down when you're feeling anxious?
Well, I think when you're feeling anxious, you're fumbling around and everything's like
Going fast.
Yeah, it would just keep dropping things and bumping into things.
I know. So that's what we're going to be talking about on this episode of
Get real with the English sisters. The number one reason you need to slow down to stop anxiety.
So yes,
if you find this podcast helpful, please share it with your family and friends, and come and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And please do leave us a review, as it really helps us grow.
Yes, indeed.
And I've slowed my speech down.
I did notice that. I did notice you were speaking particularly slowly.
I was watching an etiquette program the other day, and she said that, it was actually yesterday, she said that posh people speak
indeed.
Slowly, not slowly, they speak softly.
Oh, softly indeed.
Yes, because it's rude to speak loudly.
Yes, I think we all kind of know that, don't we? Well, kind of like if you're in a restaurant and that, you're not going to be shouting.
Not shouting, but speaking loudly.
Well, that's what I mean. Why would you want to speak that loudly?
Yes, but I didn't realise you actually had to speak softly.
Yeah, it's a
bit... I'm not that posh.
No, we're not posh. I mean, our parents were immigrants. So we're definitely not posh.
We try to be.
We pretend to be posh at times. There is a certain thing about loving a certain kind of, behaving in a certain way that we do like, obviously. But that's just
polite.
Polite, not rude. But there's a difference between posh and... I don't think we can ever be posh. Look, we've said this 100 times. No matter how much we try and be posh and really clean and scrub up, on the outside we might look as if we're kind of posh, but then you'll see the rebel curl here and there, and the hair gets fizzy and messy, and something will pop up. You can never... There are some people that just appear so posh, aren't there?
They're very...
They're sort of like just born that way. I don't know. Or they look as if they are.
Yeah, but I bet you
really
they don't feel polished.
I don't know if they feel polished or not.
I bet you they don't. It's like those really beautiful people you see, and then they don't feel beautiful half the time.
Really? Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, those models that say, "No, I was always ugly.
I was the ugly
I always
duckling.
thought I was ugly." But yes. It's all about feeling, isn't it?
I think
how
it's
you
more
feel.
of the feeling than the being.
Well, I don't feel posh.
No.
Anyway, this podcast isn't really about us feeling posh or not. But it is about how...
It's about to slow down. And the reason why we're talking about it is because you were telling me...
Yes, I was,
the real story of how when you're trying to put your necklace on the other day...
Gosh, yeah, this necklace, where is it? This little fine one. Yeah, these ones that if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. These kind of like fine chains. I was rushing around in a bit of a frenzy. I don't know why I was in a frenzy. I probably had to rush and get out or something. I had a time. Yeah, I'm a bit panicky about times and appointments. That's one of mine.
You like being on time, don't you?
Oh my God.
Don't like being late.
No, I hate being late.
Well, it's disrespectful. It's rude.
It's rude. There again, that's what I was saying. Yeah, but I think I'm a bit obsessive about it. I need to chill. Come on.
Because you wouldn't have been late anyway.
No, I'm never late. Even if I try and be late, it's really hard for me to be late. But, I think it's something I have to work on, and just being a bit more chill. Anyway, apart from that, I was trying to get this little thing on, and it knotted up in the most little fidgety whole little thing was knotted. So I just picked it up and I tried to unknot it, but I couldn't. And I thought to myself, you'll never do this in this state of mind. So what you have to do is, so I just threw it back in the little box, in the jewellery box. And then I remember just leaving it like that. And then 2 or 3 days later, it was actually on a Sunday when I was really calm. I just picked it up and then I just literally just unknotted it in like a few seconds.
It unravelled.
It just unravelled. So I actually thought, there you go. You know, if you're in a calm state of mind, I could have done that within about 5 seconds. But when I was in that like frantic, rushing state of mind, it was impossible for me to do that task. So I thought, you know, there you go. Well, what did I thought? What did I think?
You thought
It was
that-
like a metaphor for life.
It's a metaphor for when you're speedy and you're doing things in a stressful, stressed out way.
Exactly.
You're not going to really get very far.
And it was a simple thing.
Yeah.
It was so simple, but my mindset did not allow me to do that simple task.
And you know what happens to me when I'm like that? I start bumping into things and dropping things, especially if I'm in the kitchen.
Oh,
it's a
don't
nightmare.
talk to me
I
about
break
dropping
glasses.
things. God, I always kind of know.
Drop. I
yeah,
know I'm
drop,
in
yeah.
a frenzy now. Something's going to break.
You kind of feel it, don't you? You think something's going to break. Oh, God. I mean, it's like when I tried to make your birthday cake. I really wasn't in the right frame of mind. Just the other day, you know. I set about to do it. At first I thought, oh, I'm really happy doing this. And felt really jolly. And I put that, what's it called, the electric mixer on. I started adding the eggs and everything. But then I started listening to a meditation.
Not the best.
Not the best, no.
But it would be. You would think it would be good.
Yeah, but
Because it was calming you down.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's not like particularly nervous making that cake, but I know that I'm not very good at making cakes normally.
Your cakes are always delicious.
Well, okay.
Like what Vanessa, your sister-in-law, actually pointed that out on Instagram.
Yeah, I think she was
Or
cracking
on
a
Facebook.
joke.
She was not.
She
cracking
was,
a
because
joke.
I know her. Yeah, she was.
She was cracking
There
a
was
joke.
there was a
there
sarcasm.
nasty underneath?
It was a kind of like, haha. We all know. Yeah,
She was being sincere.
No, I'm notoriously famous in this family.
Your cakes are lovely.
They're not really lovely.
They're
I mean, they're
delicious.
not to standards of like Italian cakes where
But
people.
they don't like our English cakes.
No, they don't like my
But
cakes.
I like your cakes.
You like my cakes? Yeah.
I think they're delicious.
Yeah. Well,
They're the nicest out of anyone's cakes.
okay, that's good. Anyway, this cake that I made, it was like
It was delicious.
it was nice, but it was like when I put it in the oven, it started growing, and the whole top fell off and flew.
There must have been something going on there with the heat or something.
Yeah, there was definitely something going on. It was my mindset. I probably was not in the right frame.
Because you tried to do a new recipe when you should have just made your own plum cake recipe.
Yeah, 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 probably,
Instead of doing
yeah,
some weird new recipe.
yeah. Anyway,
Follow.
yeah, I can't even remember what recipe I used, but I didn't use a recipe. That's the problem. I just did my own little
You
mad
just
thing.
invented it.
Yeah.
Well, I always invent them. They always come out great. Sometimes
No,
they're a
they
bit
do
hard.
not come out great. Now,
Well,
that
I
is
like
the biggest
them.
lie ever. Look, if you ask any of your family members what a Violetta's cakes like, they're either hard
Well, I think
or
they're delicious.
you think they're nice.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what counts.
Okay.
Because no one likes the cakes I make anyway.
Well, that's the point.
Except for you and me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've got
So why do we like each other's cakes then?
because we like really simple kind of basic taste, and we're not fussy
Exactly.
at all. We're very like down to earth. They show anything's good. Give us anything sweet.
No. If it's
That's
too
kind of-
sweet, we don't like it.
No, but yeah, okay, yeah, kind of healthy though, kind of, you know, it's
Homemade.
homemade
Goodness.
goodness. Yeah,
We
basic.
like bakery, baked goods.
Yeah, like
Simple.
yeah, but like simple. Yeah, it doesn't
Some
have to
flour,
be.
eggs, and
Yeah,
a few ingredients.
yeah, that's it. Anyway, so why is this relevant to what we were saying now?
Got nothing to do with anything, but it's enjoyable.
It was a state of mind. No, it does have to do with something. It was my state of mind. It wasn't really there on making the cake. I have been there when I'm like, you know, just focused on one
I
task.
think that if you slow down in general, just take it easy. And maybe if you are stressed about something or anxious about something, just don't do it right there and then.
Well,
Just take a breather and then just do
Yeah.
it the next day. And then you might even find that the next day you don't even need to do it because it's kind of sorted itself out.
Well, like going somewhere, or like you might have solved the problem.
Solve it by yourself. That's
Or it
why they
kind
say
of-
sleep on it.
Yeah, it kind of solves itself, doesn't it? Like,
Sometimes they're problems that don't even really exist. They're just kind of in your own mind. You know, like all
yeah.
this overthinking when you're anxious, all this frenzied anxiety that creeps up on you in the night or before the night during the day, and then you think about it and you think,
Yeah,
no,
awful, yeah.
this is awful. And then you might get a good night's sleep, listen to some good music or watch something nice on the telly or listen to a meditation.
Yeah.
And then the next day you just think, it's just like the snuff.
It's just
I just
done.
do that
Yeah.
then. Or it
Yeah.
just comes to you. I just do this and it sorts itself. Or, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was actually.
Yeah, they do say that most of the stuff that we actually worry about never actually does happen. So maybe a lot of the time that we do spend worrying, it'd be great if we could spend thinking about something else, something that made us happy instead of worrying.
Laughing.
Yeah, laughing, exactly, laughing, having fun, more play instead of so much worry.
I know. It's sad,
Yeah,
isn't it? All
it
this
is
worry.
sad. I mean, I know as humans we worry for a purpose.
It's a protective
There's
mechanism.
yes. So we need to. I mean, we don't need to worry, but we do worry for
We need to acknowledge
yes
and
the
thank,
fear, the
give
concern.
give thanks to that part of us that is
Yes,
worrying
yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yeah, you can say, okay, I can understand that you're worrying now, but is there something you can actually do? Is, that's a basic what you're supposed to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can I take action now about whatever is concerning me?
Or can I learn a new skill so that I can sort it out?
Yeah, yeah, with
Because
the
sometimes you just have to look into it. Like Nat, for instance, before, just now,
Yeah.
we were trying to record and the camera wasn't working for some reason. And it was because
what happened?
we have
It was
audio for the podcast, if you're
Yeah.
listening onto the podcast, but we also video record it. And it wasn't, for some reason, it had alpha lock on or something. And we tried to sort it out. We couldn't, but in the end, you Googled it.
I
And then
Googled
we
it.
figured it out. And then in the end, we just switched the phone off, had a little chat, switched it back on, and it's working now, hopefully.
Yeah, so
It looks as if it's recording, so it must be.
no, it's definitely recording.
So there you go. It's kind of we didn't know. We had to look to see what the problem was.
Get
But you
informed.
just
So
inform
sometimes
yourself.
you can
Yes,
inform
yes,
yourself,
yes.
yeah. And try not try, but wouldn't it be wonderful you could just stop it? Just stop the worrying process if it's
You
of
can
no
stop
concern.
it. Of course you can.
Yeah, I mean we learned how to do that,
yes,
didn't we?
you just
Yeah.
say stop.
Yeah. Easier said than done. Most of you will probably be thinking.
Yeah, but you can imagine it like a traffic light where you have
Yeah.
to stop at the traffic light and just stop doing it.
and stop doing it, and then you take a different route.
And then you take action. So
Yes.
you sort it out if you can, and if you can't, just leave it.
Mm-hmm.
So many things we can't sort out. They haven't got answers to.
They're out of our control, aren't they?
Completely.
So yeah, the only thing we can really control
It's our mind.
exactly. So we have to really learn how to control and slow our minds down in a way, because our minds tend to want to remind us of all the things we have to do and of all our concerns, and they're constantly looking out for us in a way, really, saying
Totally looking out.
hey, remember to do this, remember to do that, and everything. But if you can tell your mind this is out of my control now, if you can actually say that to your mind like a command almost, say, hey, thanks for telling me, but at the moment it's out of my control, then I think, and take a deep breath, you might start, oh well, yeah, it's out of my control.
And you just slow down. It's
You
just a
slow
bit
down.
like putting the brakes on if you're driving a car or a train or plane.
Yeah.
Put the brakes on for a bit.
On a plane. Yeah.
Sometimes
Slow
I have
down.
to slow down not to crash.
Yeah, definitely.
Loads of times.
Yeah. Good. Yes, absolutely.
That happened to us the other day. We were on the motorway, and it was quite a while ago now. But if my husband hadn't slowed down, there would have been a crash because someone on the inside lane was just coming over to the fast lane.
Well, yeah,
And so
obviously, yeah,
you just
driving, yeah.
slow down a little bit and you can avoid the crash. It's the same with your mind. If you slow down, you can avoid a crash, like an anxiety crash.
Yeah, an
As a
anxiety
metaphor.
attack or
Yeah, an
something, yeah.
anxiety attack and a
Panic.
panic attack. You can, if by slowing everything down, just things feel better.
Yes, they do. Yeah, I think you can start by consciously becoming aware of it. You know, I think like when I was really frenzied round about the appointment, when I just calmed down, well, I didn't really calm down that much to be fair, but I I threw the necklace down and I thought I'll do that when I'm calm. At least I
It was
knew
good
that I
because
put
you did
aside
it, you
one
put it
task.
aside, yes.
Yeah.
So you say, I don't really need to wear the necklace
The
now.
necklace, I mean, that's nothing important. It's just
No.
something I'm used to wearing, but
Yeah.
who cares? Yeah, I just put it to one side and thought, okay, I'm not going to get stressed about this.
But did you feel odd without it?
No. You forget about it afterwards. I did not feel odd at all without it.
So you were fine.
I was fine. I couldn't remember. I mean, after all, I can't even see them once they're on me. It's
Other
not
people
like,
can see.
yeah, other people, but not me.
I would have noticed if I had seen you. You weren't coming to me that day.
No, I wasn't. It was just doing something else I had to do, some other. Do you know how important it was? I can't even remember what it was.
That's how
Oh no, now I
ridiculous.
know. Yeah, it was something with the shippings. Yeah, I've remembered it now. Yeah, but come on. Most of the stuff is something
I
that
think
you
most
can
of the stuff
slow
we worry
down.
about, it's irrelevant in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I would go as far as saying like 80% of it.
More 90.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we can always...
Because worrying per se is
worry is just, it should be just
Just a
there. It should be a
reminder.
quick thing, worry.
oh, I'm worried about that. Okay.
Let me
do something.
So you take action. I'm going to write it down, write what I have to do, take action.
Put it in my calendar.
Put it in my calendar or deal with it. And if you can't deal with it, get someone else to help you deal with it. Sometimes it's someone else. You haven't got the skills. Like you might need a lawyer or...
Yes, exactly.
You know, you might need someone else to help you with it, a professional.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just put it in your diary and go to the appointment, because I think that's what happens a lot. People do that and then they don't take
Well, is
the
there
next
nothing
step.
that you still worry about? Like, you know.
Usually I don't worry that much now because I take action or do things or just leave it for a few days. And then
Do you
see
think
if I
worry's
need
the
to
same
do-
about the ruminating thoughts, the thoughts that keep on
Yeah, I
recurring? Is that the same
I
thing as
think
worry?
That is worry.
Yeah.
That's
The
definitely
recurring thoughts
worry.
are the same as worry, aren't they? Yeah.
Yes, they're the same.
And you don't ever have them, like in the
Oh,
middle
I
of...
do sometimes, but then I say, stop it. There's nothing you can do about it. Stop. And then I go and do a meditation or listen to something calming.
Yeah.
Hypnosis meditation. I'll listen to Paul McKenna or something. But I find that if I listen to a meditation on a regular basis, like now sometimes I wake up around 6:30
Gosh, that's early.
and then I'll have a drink of water and then I'll go back to bed and then I listen to a lovely meditation and I'll go back to sleep, say till 8. But
Well, that's
listening to a
very comfortable,
meditation,
yeah.
but it's really inspiring. And then I wake up in a really good mood.
What, do you put your earpods on?
No,
So your husband's not there?
he gets up early.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He usually gets up about
You'd
5
both be
and
like
goes on the
tronced
couch.
out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I'm sure he
okay.
wouldn't mind because he's much more tolerant than I am. When he is asleep, he's a deep sleeper, so he probably wouldn't
Yeah, he
notice.
wouldn't even care. He wouldn't
But
notice.
usually he wakes up quite early, around 5ish, and then he goes on to
So
the
is
couch.
this something you're up to every day now? Because they do say that meditating
I
every
do.
day,
Nearly
especially in
every
the...
day now, I'm listening to Paul McKenna. I like him.
Yeah, he's great.
He's one of our colleagues, isn't
Yeah,
he? Big
yeah.
shout out to Paul
Big
McKenna.
shout
He's
out,
amazing.
yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, he's got great hypnosis, all free stuff there on YouTube. You can listen.
He's also got a new book coming out,
Yeah.
which I
So
look forward to reading.
we do indeed. So you just listen to him then a little bit.
I always fall asleep as soon as he starts, straight off to sleep.
So you
But subconsciously you're listening.
and it's calming you. So it's
Very
calming you, yeah. There are a lot of people that say they start their morning with a meditation, but I just didn't know if that would last like for the whole day or if that's
It
just
tends to put you in a good mood.
yeah. Do you actually feel in a good mood, or do you feel more like calm?
Both.
Both, yeah. But generally, if you're calm, you're in a better mood, aren't you? Because things seem to flow
Easier.
easier than when you're. The thing is that
You're
when
more
you're
flow state, aren't
yeah,
you?
when you're calm, things are like okay, yeah, okay. There's a traffic queue, or there's a queue at the coffee shop, or whatever. Okay,
But those things don't bother me anymore like they
No,
used to.
no, they don't bother me that much
I
either.
love them almost. I just take the opportunity.
That's it. Because of our training, though, we
Yes.
like before. If there was a big queue, we'd say, "Oh no, there's a big queue, traffic queue," when you're driving or something.
Yeah. Now I just look around at things.
Well, always is that really truthful?
Yes.
You're like some little Buddha now. You
Well,
just
more or
look.
less, we've had so much training now,
Yeah.
years and years of it, to
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
or 13 years.
I mean, like the other day in
I
the
mean, unless I'm late, but I'm never late because we've had training not to be late, so we always leave plenty of time.
yeah.
If we've got a flight or a business appointment,
That's
we're
true.
always there an hour earlier, usually half an hour earlier, and
Yeah.
we schedule our lives so that they're comfortable for us. We're fortunate enough to be able to do that at this stage in our lives.
Yes.
No, I feel as if I do have quite a lot to do now because we've got the business, we've got the lighting
The
business,
lighting,
then
yeah.
this as well, the English sisters, all the English sisters, the hypnotherapy. But we schedule clients so that they're comfortable for us, so that we don't have overwhelm.
No.
And meetings and business meetings, so that we don't have too much to do in one day.
Yeah, it's like
But
time
with the
management.
training as well.
Yeah, the
There's
training
a lot
helps.
of training.
Yeah.
No, I mean physical training.
Oh,
With all
physical
the walking
training.
and everything that we do now.
That helps as well, you know, yeah. Sort of like you have to think your mental health is also connected to your body. So if you're eating, you know, what
Healthily.
your body needs, yeah, the right kind of nutrients and that, without becoming obsessive, just basically, yeah,
happy.
drinking water, you know, the right amount of water. Don't have to go freaky and drink tons of it, just normal. And eat healthy, more or less. You're going to be okay, aren't you? Mentally as well, I think.
I think
and
it all helps.
it does help. Like before, I think in the past, for as far as mental health, and still today, if you do go to a professional, they very rarely ask you about what you're eating and what kind of things you're actually doing to help your body. That's a question that's very rarely asked. Whereas I think it's really quite important for the whole thing to be seen like more holistic.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Because mind and body are connected, aren't they?
so connected. Well, how could
Yesterday
you
I
not
was
connect
listening
it?
to a meditation and
It's
this
ridiculous.
person was saying, you're not your mind and you're not your body. Go to sleep thinking that. You're not your mind, you're not your body.
Oh, so you are
Every
not that.
night
That's
you
because
have to
you're
go to bed
thinking that. Yeah, it's because you are like the consciousness or whatever we wanted is not actually. You are far greater than that.
Yes.
You cannot be limited just to your body and the things your body can do, because your mind and what did he mean by that?
He said you're not your mind and you're not your body.
You are not it. So there you go. Wow, that
You're more than that.
you are more.
It's actually very comforting if you think about it, to go to sleep like that. I am not my mind, I am not my body. Can you imagine how freeing that is?
Well, what does it mean then?
Well, first of all, if you're not your mind, you haven't got all those worries that you would have in your mind. That
Right,
your mind's
the
telling you to.
the
So you're not your
ruminating.
conscious mind, I think he means.
Yeah.
And you are not your body.
So if
all
your
the
body,
problems,
the
say if you're
aches
not
and
happy about,
pains.
if you're not happy about your body, or if you have aches and pains, you are not your body.
So who are you?
So who are you?
An infinite possibility of
Something far greater. I suppose it
Something
would be
far
the
greater.
soul, I suppose you are, your consciousness that's connected to everything, is what they say.
that's what they say. Like
You are
infinite
energy,
possibilities.
infinite energy, infinite
Yeah.
possibilities, infinite creativity flowing to you.
flowing through you.
Mm.
It was pretty amazing.
It's pretty amazing. What do you think? I think if we all slow down, we'd all be far happier and calmer.
We'd be a lot calmer.
And you know what? The bonus would be there'd be a lot more productivity too.
A lot more, yeah, because you're doing things, you're slowing down in your mind, so your hands and your body can still be moving at a fast pace. It's not like we're telling you to really,
Go at snail's pace.
yes, snail's pace
Don't
and
do
become,
anything.
like sloths. But your mind is just in a calm and
Flow
more
state.
focused state. Yeah, it's like in a flow state, so that your body can still, you can still be like, you can even be rushing. You can be rushing to get the bus, rushing to catch that train, rushing to the appointment, but your mind is in a calm place. So it's actually quite amazing when I realize that I'm rushing around and my mind is not calm.
Because if your mind is racing and you're rushing and racing,
Oh, it's an awful place
then
to
that's
be.
the end of
That's
it.
the end of it. That's it. Literally,
That's when everything goes wrong.
that's when things fall down. You get things wrong. You're gonna, it's gonna be a bit of a disaster. Let's face it. But if you become aware of it and you say, hey ho, my mind is, hey, I'm racing in my mind, I'm rushing around too physically. If I need to, let me rush around physically, but let me keep my mind going calm. Yeah, a slower pace. And
I think
that's
if you
the
just
secret, I
take
think.
a few deep breaths and remember that calm mind.
Yeah, the calm mind. And
And
you
then
can,
maybe say that to yourself, I'm not my mind and I'm not my body. I think that would be comforting for people.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
I think
That
those
whatever
are wise
works. Yeah, they
words.
are wise words indeed. So you can have calmer. You can say to your mind, it's time to slow down now.
Slow down to speed up.
Slow down and you can speed up in other areas.
Let us know what you think and come and follow us. And please do share this podcast with your friends and family if you think they'll find it helpful, because we certainly do appreciate it.
We certainly do. And join our family, because as we always say, we're real sisters, but we'd love to have more of you. We want to connect. We need to connect with you. So please do connect.
And follow us on Instagram too, or Facebook, or Reddit, or
Wherever you
hang out.
yeah.
Lots of love and
And
smiles from the English sisters. Oh, and YouTube too.
Bye.
Come and
Yep.
see us. Bye-bye.
Bye.